name's River. You're watching the iTeacher online video TOEFL preparation course. And this is the first reading lesson of 9 different lessons. In this lesson, I'm going to tell you about the different kinds of questions you will see in the reading section when you do your TOEFL test. As you might know, the reading section is the first part of your TOEFL test, and it usually takes about 1 or 1.5 hours to finish. In the reading section, you will have to read between 3 to 5 different passages or stories. After each passage you read, you will have about 12 questions to answer. The topics of the reading can be usually subjects that you might study at university. For example, art, psychology, history, or science. But don't worry, it's not important that you know anything about these subjects. All of the information you need to know to find the answers is in each reading passage. When the reading section starts, you will see the first reading passage, story, on the left part of your computer screen. You won't see any questions. Now, the first thing you want to do before you start reading is look at the question. It's a good idea to look at the question so you know what part of the reading passage you need to look at. If you want to see the question, you must press the next button at the top of the screen. To push the next button, it's important that you first scroll to the bottom of the reading passage. Once you use your mouse button to scroll to the bottom of the reading passage, and you can see the last sentence, you will then be able to push the next button. When you do this, you will see the first question on the right of the computer screen. You will not lose the reading passage. The reading passage is always on the left of the screen, and the questions are on the right of the screen. So, remember, before you start reading, use your mouse, scroll down to the bottom of the reading passage, then push the next button to see your first question. There are many different types of questions you can see in the reading section. In this lesson, I'm going to describe about each type. In the other video lessons, I'm going to tell you more specifically how to find the answer to each kind. Let's talk about the different kinds of questions you can see. One kind of question is called factual information. In a factual information question, you are asked about some specific information you read in the passage. Perhaps you're asked for the name of a person, the name of a place, the date something happens, or maybe a number, how big something is, how far something is. We call these factual information questions. We also have another kind of question called non-factual information. In non-factual information, you will be asked about something that was not talked about in the reading. Perhaps 3 of your answers were talked about, and one of the answers in the multiple choice wasn't talked about, and you need to choose the answer that was not talked about. We also have questions about vocabulary. The vocabulary questions usually ask you about what a particular word means in a specific sentence. You go to the reading passage, look at the particular sentence, find the word, and then choose from the multiple choice which answer has the same meaning. We also have inference questions. With these questions, you are asked to make a conclusion about information you have read. We also have questions about purpose. The purpose question asks you about why the writer mentioned some information. Why did he include this information? What is his reason or her reason? We also have questions called sentence addition. In these questions, you are given an example sentence, and you have to choose the best place to put the sentence in the reading passage. You are usually given 4 different places. Perhaps you need to add the sentence in the first paragraph, or the second paragraph, or at a different part in the reading passage. And we call these sentence addition questions. We also have questions about methods. These questions ask you about how the reading passage is organized, the style, the layout. Sometimes you can have a question about attitude. In an attitude question, you are asked about how the writer feels about what they're writing. Are they happy about this? Maybe they're angry. Maybe they feel sad about something. And in an attitude question, you need to choose how the writer feels about what they wrote. Another kind of question is called a restatement question. In a restatement question, you need to read a part of the reading passage and then summarize it into one sentence. Then you choose from the 4 different sentences from the multiple choice which sentence has the same meaning as another sentence or perhaps even a paragraph in the reading passage. Finally, we have another kind of question called a reference question or reference question. In a referent question, you are asked about perhaps a pronoun. Pronouns are words like it, them, they, he, she, and you are asked about what the pronoun refers to. An example might be, the question says, in the last paragraph, what does the word he refer to? And then you would have to choose which person the reading passage is talking about. As you can see, we have many different kinds of questions in the reading section. Well, don't worry. For each kind of question, we have one reading video lesson. In those lessons, I will tell you about each kind of question, show you more what they look like in better detail, and give you advice, suggestions on the best way to answer the different kinds of questions. When you finish doing the reading lessons, you will be able to answer any reading question you see in the TOEFL test. You won't have any surprises because you will have practiced each type of question. Remember, you can find more information at our website also if you want to arrange a private lesson with me. The website is www.iteacher.eu. That's the end of this first lesson. See you later. Bye.